Hello, this is the Michael's Fam channel. Anyway, I'm April and this is my 17 and pregnant story. So I started dating, my son's dad sophomore year. Best friends, we did everything together, whatnot. Didn't have care in the world, nothing like that. Junior year, I was bullied a lot throughout whole high school, actually, not just junior year. Since senior year came around, well, it was summer of senior year, and I was getting bullied really bad because I don't know why, but I was like new to the district my freshman year, and everyone hated me since. I don't know why, not a clue. But anyway, so I tried committing suicide. My mom came home and my stepdad came home and they took me to the ER. They wanted me committed, so they had to do a bunch of tests. One of them was a pregnancy test. I know, right? And the lady had came back into, my head itch, the room saying I didn't give enough urine, so I had to redo it. So she brought me back to the bathroom. She had nothing in her hand and I knew something was wrong. And she said how pregnancy test had came back positive. I just stared and cried and told her to go get my mom. Told my mom, and I kid you not, this is what she said. I seen it coming sooner or later. Like, what? She was not mad. She wasn't anything. She was not anything. I don't know. She probably didn't know what to say. So I got sent away for about 4 days and found out that I have bipolar anxiety and depression. So I had to see a psychiatrist after my baby was born. My first doctor's appointment was in August, around that time, before my senior year. And I was 10 weeks, almost 11 weeks along. Crazy. I had to go through my whole senior year pregnant. Found out that my due date was, funny story, my name's April, and we found out my due date was April 6th. And so we thought that was really funny. And so, time went on. Got bullied a lot during senior year. Got told my baby was black. Got told that I'm just a whore. Got told that I'm faking it. I faked my belly. I faked everything. I graduated early. In, I want to say, January. No, I want to say like either November or December, we had found out that we were having a little boy. Yeah, it was really exciting. I knew that I was pregnant with a boy since 15 weeks. I just had a gut feeling. Always hyperactive in the belly. Even now, he's not here right now, but he's best thing that's ever happened to me. We couldn't agree on a name for the longest time. I'll put in my labor story in here too, but anyway, we couldn't figure out a name for the longest time. Then we finally picked a name out that we both liked. Anyways, so yeah, time went on, blah blah blah, and it is now, like, I graduated in January because I graduated early. It's now pretty much almost time for him to come. I did everything I could to get him out. He was supposed to be here April 6th of 2015. And then that due date came along and he still wasn't here. Like, what the heck? At this time, his dad and I were not doing so well because his parents hated the fact that I was pregnant and they didn't think it was his, and so on and so forth. His parents just freaking hate me. Anyway, so I went to my doctor's appointment and they stripped my membranes. That didn't work. I wasn't even really dilating, so I was scheduled to be induced on April 13th, 2015. I had to be there at 6 in the morning. Really nerve-wracking. I couldn't sleep. Needless to say that. When we got there, we checked in. I got into a room. They checked me to see where I was at, checked my blood pressure and all that good stuff. So they started Pitocin because I wasn't contracting on my own. Finally, I finally got Pitocin about 8 o'clock. So then I was still not really progressing. So they had me walking around up and down the aisles, the rooms, all over the place. Contractions were coming on, but they still weren't close enough. Around 2, I want to say 1, 2, something like that. I don't really remember the time. They came in and they broke my water. Now that was a pain. That hurt so bad. Mind you, I was finally 18 at this point, so I was 18 having my first baby. So they broke my water. Contractions finally came on stronger and closer together. About 4, I want to say. They finally came in and said I could have an epidural. I was like, thank the Lord. But that didn't help any either. So my boyfriend, he was in the room when I got the epidural. And then I fell asleep for what seemed like only 5 minutes. But my mom said I was asleep for like almost 2 hours. I was just talking away and finally awake. He still wasn't I still wasn't really progressing, so they were trying to figure out why, and it turns out he was crooked. His head was stuck on the side of my belly, so they had to sit me all the way up like this and push on him to move. About 6:30, and that was about like 5 something, and then about like almost 5:45, 6 o'clock, I kept pressing the call button, and they're like, what do you need? And I was like, I feel him coming, like I need to push. And they're like, oh no, you don't need to. I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, okay, I guess we'll check you. And she's like, yeah, he's right there, so it's time to push. So they kicked everybody out except for my mom and my boyfriend. Brought all the nurses in, the baby stuff, everything. By 6:30, I was pushing. I pushed for an hour. He finally appeared at 7:05 p.m., weighing 7 pounds, 15.9 ounces, and 22 inches long. We named him Aiden. His name's Aiden Samuel Michaels. He is now 4 and starting preschool next week. So, hope you liked that video. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you think or what video ideas I can do. Bye. See you next time.